bad way to start the spring game as our next guest threw an 80-yard pass to Chris Bell, as you just heard. He finished with 8 of 12, 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. Proud Hamilton High School graduate, and Minute's been training him since the 8th grade. Tyler Shuck joins us now on Fox Sports 910. Tyler, rock along with your coach, Minuch. How you doing, buddy? What's going on?
I'm doing great, man. Just getting done training here in Dallas and heading back to Louisville for fall camp coming up.
When do you start? When do you get going for fall camp?
I start the 31st. Yeah, start 31st, first day of practice.
Wow. So are you now living in Dallas, or is that just where you're training?
No, I just came down here for the day to throw a little bit, and then going back to Louisville. So it was a quick trip right after media day, and then going back to hang out for a couple of days with my wife, and then getting started with fall camp.
Boy, you've been on the whirlwind tour. By the way, you can always come home and train. It's only 115, degrees. I mean, we got to get a little bit of that.
No humidity.
Yeah, no humidity whatsoever. Talk about this whirlwind spring of yours. You transfer to Louisville. You and Jordan, your lovely bride, get married. Go to the Kentucky Derby. I think you go watch the PGA. I mean, you've been kind of nonstop here, topping it off with the ACC Media Day and this training.
Yeah, man, it's been a crazy summer for sure. It's kind of flown by. And like you said, getting married in the spring, and then during spring ball, coming right back to practice, and then honeymoon, and then right after, like you said, we've gone to the Derby and the PGA and all things Louisville, and yeah, so it's been a lot of fun, and I definitely love the new spot.
I think what I love about your marriage to lovely Jordan is that you married the better athlete of that family, a former soccer player. So
I know.
I mean, does she like beat you in any kind of sport in particular? I mean, I'm sure she's better at you running for sure.
Yeah, she's got some good genes. What's the worst part is we'll go golfing together, and she hits it straighter than I do, and she's barely played, and it really makes me mad. But it's been good though. I mean, I married her for a reason. We got to keep up with the genes somehow.
So Tyler, with your days at Oregon and your days at Texas Tech, we don't need to rehash the past. But what do you do with all the swag? You got all this great gear, especially with Nike, with Oregon. Where is all that stuff? You donate it to Goodwill, or you have a couple, jerseys framed at your house?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of spread out. With Jordan's family in Oregon, and then at my parents' house in Arizona. So we'll probably sell it whenever the eligibility is exhausted. And I've given some stuff away to Goodwill. It's kind of hard, moving place to place. There's some freak stuff and happen, but yeah, it's stockpiled a little bit.
So why Louisville, Tyler? You and I have talked a few times. I just want to ask you why Louisville. I know Jeff Brom, an outstanding coach, former great quarterback at Louisville. Was this the big reach out for you? Did they reach out to you, reach out to them? And what caught your eye about Louisville?
I think it was really mutual. I think, what really attracted me to them was, Coach Brom's history with quarterbacks and his offense, and, just how good of a team they have been and are continually going to be. They have really high standards, and, I only have one more year left, and I wanted to go contribute to a really good team and playing an offense that's going to, protect me and have a lot of good talent around and to try and increase my draft stock. And so it was really mutual. They were looking for somebody like me, and, they were just straight up throughout the whole process. As I've done this a few times before, I don't care for all the recruiting spiels or the facilities and stuff like that. So it was definitely a breath of fresh air. And, him and Brian, the quarterback coach, they both played the position in college and the NFL at a very high level. So I think it was just kind of a great match.
And I know that Jack Plummer had played there as well too, former Gilbert High School standout. He'd bounced around a couple places. Had you had a chance to talk to Jack about Louisville?
Yeah. Jack was a huge help throughout the whole process, just because he's been in the offense for some years and obviously been a part of that staff and previously at Louisville, and so was Jawar, Jordan. They were great and just kind of giving me information on how's the situation there, how's the team, what do they need for me as a leader to come in, and Yeah, it was definitely a great thing to have some guys there on the inside.
Senior transfer quarterback Tyler Shuck joining us here. He's going to be the starting quarterback for the Louisville Cardinals this fall. I want to ask you, I've heard a lot of your press conferences, and it's always about the team. But do you have anything individually that you would like to accomplish in your final year? Is there something like goals? Do you kind of set goals for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like you said, I think team success, brings individual success, and I think the best way I can help my team is by staying healthy the whole year and completing the full season. I feel like, whenever I get through a full game and a full year, the stats and the wins are going to take care of themselves. And that's my goal, to do everything I can to stay out there for my teammates, just because I feel like it's due at this point, and it's all happened for a reason. So. Then I think, a lot of those goals of, winning the championships and some trophies, is going to take care of itself.
Well, I also hope, Tyler, that you have another great year, obviously, and then, improves your stock as far as the draft is concerned. I remember a couple years ago that you projected like first through third round, injuries befell you. But now, as Rock has alluded to kind of prove that you are of that status, or is that, again, just something if you just play your game, hopefully somebody recognizes your status of moving you up in the draft?
Yeah, no doubt. I think my value and what I could bring to a team is there's definitely a veteran guy who's been through some stuff and is not going to waver when things go hard, and have a lot of talent and been there and done that, and can play in multiple offenses. And I definitely think it's there, and now it's just about going out and doing it.
And on top of that, speaking of offenses, watching that clip, watching your highlights there, as Rock put there, 8 for 1,277 yards, 2 touchdowns in that spring game. Watching all your touchdowns and watching all your throws, boy, you look really comfortable in this offense. You got back, you delivered it. Is this something you could draw off of, or is it just this kind of offense and work with Coach Braum that struck to your liking?
3.
I think it's a little bit of both. I feel really comfortable just running any type of playbook and plays. It's all variations of the same thing, but they also have a large volume of plays and personnel groups that we can get into, and they've done a good job of coaching that, and I think playing it to my skill set as well.
You have played at a lot of stadiums in your tenure as a college athlete. You've got Notre Dame on the road,
Clemson on the road,
Kentucky, obviously one of your rivals, on the road. I know the Pac-12 and the Big 12, you played some big-time stadiums, but how much are you looking forward to playing in a Notre Dame there in South Bend, Indiana?
Oh, man, I think it'd be great. It's obviously they're perennial, historic programs. To go in there and show them what we can do and silence them. That's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm definitely looking forward to the opportunity, just because they're going to be all three of them, and the entire schedule is going to have some really good teams.
2. Tyler, my last one. NIL is obviously a big deal, and we have talked to you in the past about that. Has it kind of helped you, at Louisville, or how is it different than, say, Texas Tech? Is there more opportunity for you?
I think all across the country, especially the Power 4 programs, that's kind of becoming that day and age where everyone's kind of competing to recruit guys. And obviously me coming back, that was definitely a goal, but I think the main thing that I wanted to come back for was to increase my draft stock and get a lot more money that way. And I think Louisville was just kind of the best fit for that. And obviously Louisville is a bigger city. They have a lot of different support, much more support with just the fan base and some companies there. So it was just a great opportunity, I think, for me and obviously my wife, and then to go out there and put a full year together.
And Todd, we were missing. We didn't talk a little about your training with Brock Purdy, having you guys out there training all the time, and just watching you guys grow. Have you had a chance to talk to Brock at all within the last year and have him give you some insights on some of the things in the National Football League?
I haven't. No, I haven't in a little bit. Obviously, we both kind of had crazy past years in our own respects, but I've obviously watched from afar and been able to see what he's done, and I think hopefully when he gets to that level, it can share some insight for sure. But super happy for him, and obviously when given the opportunity, he was going to take advantage of it, and hopefully I can do the same.
Tyler, have a great season. Thanks for coming on with us. We wish you the best. Stay healthy, and we'll continue following your career.
And as I say, Tyler, don't be slacking and Cadillacing. Keep on keeping on, right, my brother?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. Always great talking to you.
Thank you, Tyler. It's Tyler Shuck joining us. You can follow him on Twitter at Tyler Shuck2, so check that out. His final year, his 7th year. How great would that be to be in college for 7 years? I was walking around GCU campus today, right? And I'm just saying to myself, man, I was in the student union. I was in the arena walking around, looking at the facilities. And I'm like, they have 19,000 kids on campus this fall.
19,000.
That's how big
Wow.
that is how big GCU has grown.
I think K-State
27,000 students.
Wow.
GCU, I mean, I obviously didn't go there, but it's so impressive. And what they have done in such a short time, my buddy there was telling me that just 10, 12 years ago, maybe they had 1,000 people on campus. Now, I said
that's
17,
incredible.
And the campus is awesome. I mean, I know people say, okay, where it is and all that, but once you get up to 17 on Camelback and then you go into this campus, it's outstanding.
It's a whole different world, isn't it?
Hey, Tyler's brought to you today by All City Towing. Join the team at the largest towing company in the state, All City Towing. They are hiring dispatchers, call takers, lot attendants, drivers, customer service personnel. You can enjoy benefits like the state's most advanced towing equipment. They have set work schedules. They have healthy 401k, employer match, health benefits, employer paid life insurance, and how about a monthly fuel allowance? So if you're ready to take your career to the next level, visit them online at allcitytowing.com. That's All City Towing, where your future is on the move. We got football at 50 as Paul Feinbaum blasts Matt Rule for Big Ten and his NFL